Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for another North American line battle. The fine stand-up fellows, boys and girls, and Stefan, of the North and South community bring you another line battle, complete with a man getting his head stuck in the horse's bum. Who is that? That's Moose. You gotta watch out for the moose. The battle mooses. Now, is that plural? Is it battle mooses or battle moose apostrophe? How would you say that? Battle mooses? Moosei? I don't know. Anyway. As is not to reason why, as is but to do and die. As Reznov is leading Louisiana Volunteers out. There is, of course, the Moosey. Saituna, Dragon, Winters, Mr. T, Tyrone, Houdini, and Theodore. And in the middle, the line in the middle, let's see, being led by Colonel Martin from North Carolina. Oh, look at these uniforms, aren't they lovely? QMS Luke. Man Nadarchuk. Okay, we call him Man. Nicholas. Knockout. Sturog. Mr. Tark. The Battle Bush. Dima. And over in the side, you have Happy. Lieutenant Colonel Happy, no less. So, we're going to move over to here and find out what this line is consisting of. So, who is holding on to the flag? From Alabama, it is Marius. And here's Recruit Thunder, also from Alabama. Also in from Virginia is Sergeant Marshall. So you can see them all moving in. There's Lieutenant Colonel Mastershot, looking handsome. Colonel Dilk from Virginia. And right up the front, Colonel Kenton Harper from the 5th Virginia. And, of course, the leader himself. The general with the gayest hat in the internet. I'm sorry, Yannick. You really need to get a better hat, man. It's just terrible. So anyway, there's Yannick. General, Lieutenant General, no less, or Lieutenant General of the Confederate Forces. Always in his striking blue uniform and gold and black sash. Now, you can see them setting up in the potential area for nastiness. Let's see. Hey, Jaime Lannister. And it looks like they're after... Yeah, they're definitely after United States cavalry is down, trying to get them. And let's see. Here is the Confederate State artillery, Confederate State cavalry. So, here is LD Gaming. First Minnesotans. Aha. The fine fellows from the 32nd Massachusetts. Regents in there as well. Let's see. So this will be the section that will be commanded by, no doubt... Oh, look, it's a Bacon. Complete with his adjutant, Private Sharp. So beware of the battle Bacon, boys and girls. The tactical Bacon. This is what this man is. He is the Brigadier General. He is the United States Tactical Bacon. What can I say? Toothbrush. Oh, look at this. United States Cavalry. Brigadier General Voodoo. Looking wonderful. Also in here is, of course, the 14th New York State Militia. The fine red-legged devils, led by Lieutenant Will Fraser on this evening, who seem to have slight problems negotiating fences. Now, over by this fence you have the 59th New York. There's a Hodor in there. Hodor. And Private Him. Is there not a Private Her? 5th Vagina for life. Yeah, they're all a bunch of twats. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Anyway. So there, of course, obviously, is the Tactical Bacon and Private Sharp. So, Galadine. And there's Tabington in, 2nd Lieutenant. for the 32nd Massachusetts, organising his forces, spreading them out, one man to each section of the fence. Spread out. You've got the New Yorkers here. And you've got a drill in the background, which is always something nice to hear. So there's obviously Colonel Delacour from the 59th New York. So you can see now these guys getting themselves sorted out. And there is a person who is out in the field there. Now, that could be Yannick scouting the area. We'll have to wait and see. As we fly over this massive open area. You can see the fire coming over from the left-hand side. This appears to be possibly a scout, maybe. We'll have to see. 1st Brigade. Newman. So, let's see. Confederate State Army forces moving up. Oh, look at this. Confederate State Cavalry charging into battle. Oh, Captain Wilder Bavoy taken down by the 2nd North Carolinians. Oh, the fire coming in all over the place. I.K. Hopper's taken down by Thomas Fraser. Now troops move up. There's Major General Lance, commander of the 32nd Massachusetts, with Judas Priest behind him. P. Jester in there as well. And now, oh dear, I think the New York State Militia have lost their second in command. And now they're locked in a battle with the 1st North Carolinians. I'm guessing they're up here by this hill and by the barn. We'll have to wait and see what's going on. There's artillery sergeants and, oh, Willie McFiddle having a good fiddle. Let's see if we can find out where they are. Now, if we look here, there's Colonel Martin. And, yeah, there's the New York State Militia under a lot of pressure. You can see here they're having a rough time of it at the moment. There's Willie McFiddle. But fortunately, I think they may have been saved by the US Cavalry. Yes, they have. The cavalry arrived. Oh no! Comrade Lenin has been sliced when he was just playing his music. Oh, so sad. Poor Comrade Lenin. Just chokes at the heartstrings to see the musicians get killed. Anyway, so you can see North Carolinian troops over here on the right-hand side under the command of Colonel Martin. Oh dear, Gallaudin unfortunately catching a bullet. And it looks like the North Carolinians are now going to pull back. As you can see, under the command and the support of General Yannick. And here the 25th Virginians. No, I'm not calling them the Vaginas. It's just not going to happen. Also with the support of their team, PFC Winters, Reznov, Mr. T, et al. Colour holder, let's see. There's Marius. So. Oh, Bacon! No! Bacon has been murdered! They've lost the Brigadier General of the Union forces. The Bacon has been sliced. And there is his horse galloping away. So, it's good to see that Mr. Bacon is as adept as always at catching bullets with his face. And there's English Hitman trying to run after his horse. His horse has a mind of its own. This, you know what? We might just follow English Hitman while he tries to catch up with his horse. This could be the most entertaining part of the entire video. Watching English Hitman chasing after his horse. So right, can he head it off at the pass here? Is it going to then shy away? There we go. It starts to move. Oh no, it's coming towards him. He's made it. Oh, English Hitman is reunited with his horse. Fantastic. But then United States Cavalry, James Lannister, gets taken down, and he gets taken down by North and South Hinkle. Oh, how embarrassing is that for him? Shot by a dev. These men are known for their programming skills, not their aiming. And he got killed by a dev. And if you're wondering, how can I possibly say that? Have you seen Nitek shoot? Need I say more? Anyway, Could this be the late Mr. Bacon? No, that's just a standard trooper there. So, a little bit of engineering goodness here from Private Hodor with his large chopper, providing a little bit of extra cover for Colonel Delacour. Now, over here, we have Private Sharp from the 1st Brigade, and these fine fellows firing back at the enemy. Now, there's Colonel Francis Heach. Now, if we move over to the opposing side, let's see what's going on. Over by the Confederate forces. Oh my goodness. The 5th Virginia. And Warhammer Dwarf Engineer of note. Look at this fine fort of defensiveness. There's Lieutenant Colonel Robert E. Lee. Volunteer Meade. These guys all covering and looking in the general direction, making sure they don't get snuck up on. So this is looking pretty good here. And sustained fire coming in from the Confederate State Forces. So, let's see. Oh, look at that. There we go. The old repeating rifles. And here is Sir Hal moving up with his line. So, Mr. Swag in there from the artillery. And there, of course, is Mr. Noonan, maker of hot tubs. Patrick Harper, unfortunately, being taken down. And let's see if we can find out what's going on. As there's Tabington in as well with his troops. Those guys seem to be doing a good job working with Francis Heach. And my name is Earl from 32nd, obviously. There's P. Jester. And there's Major General Lance. And there's Private Sharp, who seems to be having some ghillie suit envy. So, let's see. There's William McFiddle in there, one of the few remaining members of the New York State Militia. This appears to be the mighty cannons of the 1st Connecticut Light Artillery. As now the Las Vegans are pushing pretty heavily into the 59th New York. And here's Museal in there as well. You see the 32nd Massachusetts. Now you can see troops moving over to the right hand side. Looks like they might be going for an outflanking manoeuvre. Let's see, we can move in and find out what those sneaky buggers are up to. It is Colonel Kenton Harper from the 5th Virginia, leading his line, including engineers, Private Matt, and Recruit Black Viper at the rear. This is an outflanking manoeuvre that could turn to be very good indeed. And they're going to line up and shoot into the back of the 32nd Massachusetts. There we go, multiple fire, taking down Lance and P. Jester and Zeus. So great reply there by the 5th Virginia into the 32nd Massachusetts. They've lost their commanding officer. They've lost quite a few people, unfortunately. Most of their command staff appears to be currently horizontal. Oh, to tell a lie, Lieutenant Guru Dennis is in there. And you can see now that sustained fire from the 32nd Massachusetts has forced the 5th Virginia to push back. So you can now see they've now pushed back. They've taken significant casualties to the point where they're now starting to have to build defensive areas for their troops to hide behind. There's Gisley in there, and there's Smith 87. And there is a Yannick who appears to have misplaced his horse. He probably parked it somewhere and forgot. So, let's see. The 2nd North Carolinians. Any second now, including Private Bear, are going to come under pressure. There we go. A shot from Storrock takes down Tabington, and Aquilamilmon being taken down as well. Oh, there we go. There goes North and South Hinkle. The Hinkle, the battle bush is dead. So you can see. Oh no, look at that. The 32nd Massachusetts have come in. They've managed to get Yannick as well. So poor old Yannick has been cut down. He was caught out in the field by the looks of it. And you can now see combinations of a bit of rifle butt goings on from Willie McFiddle. Oh, there we go. Sabre slice from English Hitman. Timed perfectly into Volunteer Smith. That wasn't timed so well. As you can now see in there, English Hitman with his sabres. And let's have a look at the numbers. 19 versus 25. This is where one of the battles is. There's Corporal Deemer in. Not anymore, there's not. And let's see. Nicholas and Colonel Martin defending themselves. But they have a friend nearby. Veteran Private Houdini. Will he escape from this? Oh, a stab and a half, sir. And then possibly into the enemy. But they didn't escape from that, sadly. So, Colour Sergeant Hollow picks up a rifle, picks up some cartridges, and starts to load. Mr. Noonan in there. 4th Artillery, Mr. Noonan, having a battle with Mills, and unfortunately unsuccessful. So, here is what remains of the Virginians. 27th Virginia, Colonel Dilk, Sergeant Marshall. There's Weezix in from the 32nd Massachusetts. They're going to start moving up onto that line. You can see him moving, using the trees for cover, taking a pot shot at the enemy any second. Just waiting to see what's going on. Looks like he's going to maybe charge in, try and dodge those bullets, go in for a little bit of melee. Oh, there we go. Sergeant Marshall is taken down. Oh, there we go. He takes down Colonel Dilk, stabs him. And then one of his friends comes in and gets stabbed. And that's pretty much it for the first round. We move on to the next one. And so, we are alive. Ah, it's a North and South Inkle again. This time looking like a lot more youthful version of the President. Which is nice to see. So, Sir Francis Heach. Mario Lango. Reginus, of course, the Hinkle. Veteran John Wayne from Massachusetts. Delacour. The fine members of the New York State Militia. Look at these lovely fellows, don't they look great? Red trousers, blue jackets, backpacks. Wow, fantastic. Sir Hal from the artillery. There was Major General Lance with his adjutants and leading out. He's not on a horse this time, so he's actually leading a line properly, so to speak. Not properly, but you know what I'm saying. He's actually leading out with his line. Oh, Brigadier General Bacon being attacked by the cavalry already. Oh dear, this is serious Bacon goings on. It's a tarp, boys and girls. Oh, there we go. Bacon taking down Nightfall. Oh, and then getting back and stealing a horse. He just stole an enemy horse as well. So Brigadier General Bacon manages to get out of that one and survive. So by the skin of his teeth, by the skin of his bacon actually. So the tactical Bacon has survived. And now if we look over on the right hand side, you see the New York State Militia moving into this lovely lush cornfield to take cover, hide their numbers nearby, and generally commit loads of mass murder. Gordon McMuffson, There's a name to remember and a face as well. Looks like one of the guys out of Game of Thrones. Anyway, Francis Heach moving in from the 19th there. You sound rather French. Carolus Plox. And you can see, let's see if we can get an idea of what they're deciding to do. So these guys all lining up behind the defensive fences here. That's the 32nd Massachusetts. Now, we can get an idea of what's going on. As you can see, the dust being kicked up by Confederate State Cavalry over on the far side. So, let's see. There's the cavalry there. Sergeant Drevin from Connecticut. General Yannick. Incognito. Smith 87. And other members of the 5th Virginia. Waiting under the command of Kenton Harper. So, this is United States Cavalry. As you can see, they dismounted. And this is the usual stone bridge where the battles occur. As you can see, a few members of the Confederate State Forces are down. The 2nd North Carolinians are... Oh! Knockout! With a knockout shot into Mr. Stephen. Oh, poor Mr. Stephen. GG, quite catching a bullet with major skills there. So Colonel Martin, poor Stephen. Dear oh dear. Let's move on. Oh dear, excuse me. Now, aggressive push here by the Confederate State Army under the command of General Yannick. And here is the Confederate State Forces, as they are primarily, it's the cavalry. So you can see now it's Union. As you can see here, Union troopers from the 15th Alabama. Colonel Mastershot. What's up? Bachman taking down Sturrock from the 2nd North Carolinas. Brigadier Private Sharp, or 1st Brigade, Private Sharp, the adjutant of the Bacon, has been taken down. And somebody's... That was, I think, the Colonel Delacour who decided to park his horse and then got it clamped. So, never mind, these things happen. Guru Dennison from 32nd Massachusetts. And these guys are dealing with... Oh, what's going on here? The 5th United States Cavalry are having a battle with somebody. Let's see if we can lock in on who they are. There's Colonel Mastershot. Moving back and forth between his lines. There's Mr. Pine Kinapple. Let's see if we can find them. So here's the fire coming in from the New York State Militia. Here is the 1st Minnesotans. Following in with the cavalry. And crashing into each other. There's Wessex. Oblivious, who seems to be standing up in the middle of a battle, living up to his name. There's Private Him. And, oh dear, Nicholas has taken down Captain Hot Tub. Poor Mr. Noonan is no more. And we're just waiting to see what happens, because at the moment it's a little bit of a rifle standoff. There's no massive pushes. There's like a little bit of sneaking around left and right. Obviously, Yannick's got to be careful. He's looking over to the bridge to see how the troops are getting on over there, looking back over towards the house, and then looking towards the Union lines up by the small little hut, the small little house, townhouse, country house at the top there. So he's obviously checking that area. And for, oh, look at that fire coming in very close near Yannick. So he's got to be very careful. So, de Berber. And volunteer doggy, woof woof. So now the 5th Virginia continue to hold this bridge along with the 2nd North Carolina. So here is the 4th US Artillery in as a line. Private Hamilton doing his thing. Also, looks like a fine earthen mount. There's John McGibbles, Gordon McMuffson, and Will Fraser. And that might have been the man who built that area. Unfortunately, is no more. So, a little bit of extra defence. All very helpful when dealing with bullets and people firing them at you. Oh dear. Hamilton taking a bullet. He is no more. Coming from across the river. This guy's got to be careful. You see he's blocking, trying to block himself from those guys there and those guys on the opposing side. Let's watch him take a shot. So there we go. Repeating rifle. Look at that. So Hal with a nice kill into Ottot. Oh, and that nice kill into Gisli as well. Uh-oh, Yannick's after him. Yannick's after him and slices him. Oh, Yannick. Perfect timing. Major General Lance now rotating the troops around as it looks like they've got a push coming up from the stone bridge. So, and Yannick gets taken down by a private. Jim Bob Jenkins takes down Yannick from the 59th New York. So now they've lost their commanding officer. And now, looks like the 32nd Massachusetts is being retasked by their commanding officer. The cavalry now sniffing around, the United States cavalry on the right-hand side, sniffing around for defences and where they could go. Now, the trouble is, you can see mass battle going on here between the 59th New York and the 15th Alabamans. And a cough. It wasn't the cough that carried him off, it was the coffin they carried him off in. So, don't know why that came to mind. That was a little rhyme my dad used to always say when I was a kid. Anyway, you can now see the 21st New York. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at this defensive. This is fantastic defensive structure going on here. Been built by the engineers and making use of, obviously, this dip. The extra cover. Could that be said engineer? No, that's one of the commanding officers. Obviously stood up a little bit too quickly. There's John McGibbles in there as well. Oh no, they've lost their Q Sergeant Soltai. And you can see here the 5th VA. Now the trouble is, these guys here, I'm wondering how much they're actually noticing. Because did he just fire his gun straight upwards? Okay, that's to be just been a bug. I was about to say, well, unless you're shooting at a bird, there's no two-dimensional birds on this. It wouldn't be an issue. Anyway, they've got to try and clear out those guys here from this cornfield. Now, the trouble is, you've also got these guys over here. Now, if there are no forces there, they could charge in through here and take multiple people out, but that would mean having to go right down the middle and then spread off one to that side, one to that side, because you've already got a collection of Confederate state forces on the left. There's the volunteer Timo. And there's Major Theodore. And over on the far side we have the United States Cavalry. Oh. And the Confederate State Cavalry. Brave man to a last, as you can see. They're getting there with their sabers. Oh, what the hell happened there? I think his horse exploded. He's charging in now. Karl Marx, English hitman. The English establishment. And he gets beaten by capitalism. Oh well, never mind. So, oh dear, looks like one of his teammates there just got well and truly rogered by a horse. Not good. So they're trying to take out him. There we go. Looks like one of the horses has been taken down. Who is that? Colonel Lucas. Who's he fighting against? Recruit Kubi. Oh, Recruit Kubi takes him down. And then goes for a shot on this fellow, Karl Marx, who's dodging bullets left, right and centre. And let's see what's going on as Volunteer Blitzer gets barged to the floor by a horse. And I think it's fair to say that Brigadier General Voodoo is in there as well, with his fine gloves on. Oh, takes down the horse of one of his enemy. Nearly takes down the horse of another. He's trying to stay away from those saber slices. Oh, look at that, a jumping, slicing stab. Oh no, he's got to watch out. He's trying to get away as Brigadier General Voodoo going round in circles. Oh, and Brigadier General Voodoo is no more. Sliced and diced. Let's have a look at the numbers. 13 versus 40. So the Confederate State Forces have the advantage. Look at this. A big, huge line from the 59th and the 32nd Massachusetts. Fantastic stuff. These guys moving in, obviously, under the command of the tactical oinker. And so those guys making their way slowly forward. Now, what's up here? VA. More Virginians in here. In comes our high-speed Bacon. Oh no! Oh, and Bacon gets ambushed and killed. The Bacon has been well and truly sizzled. Never mind. And Oblivious is about to try and run away. Oh, look at that. He goes in for a quick punch as well. So Oblivious hit the guy with a punch. That was fantastic. Diamondback Wolf being hit with a punch to start with. So, need your personal bodyguard back, Bacon. Poor Mr. Bacon. Now, let's see who these guys are who are choosing it. Live Shave running away from the battle. And, of course, the Pineapple. So, are they going to turn and fight? Oh, Hayeks gets killed next to him as Pineapple is... Oh, look at that, a turn and a slice. Oh, look at that, fantastic third. Oh, I thought he was going to have a third there. So. Poor old Live Shave, unable to make it away. And we move on to the next round. And so we move to the next round. An aggressive push here by the Confederate States. Or not. So, the New York State Militia. Will Fraser. And now, this is pretty aggressive play here by the Union forces. Look at this. 32nd Massachusetts. And Mr. Noonan taking down one of the skirmishers. Major General Lance going in. It looks like they may be going for the hamlet up here on the hill. Now, the thing is, part of the problem with this is that this is it's a difficult place to defend. You can't get in that building. You cannot really get into this building. So there's no kind of places for you to take cover except being behind these fences and these large bales of sausage. No, they're bales of hay, actually. They're not big pieces of sausage. You can obviously take cover in one of these extremely well designed and bulletproof storage wagons, but it's a difficult position to hold because you can essentially be attacked from all directions. But that is where the 32nd Massachusetts are going to, and let's see. We're watching Mr. Stefan as he's in with the United States Cavalry. Oh, who's that poor sod? Oh dear. So Drevin being killed, and now Ottot with other members of Virginians making their way down towards the stone building. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Major General Nitek, needless to say, of German extraction. Now, if that doesn't light you up on the battlefield for getting shot at, I don't know what does. But obviously, there we go. He's obviously some kind of version of a Hessian mercenary. So, let's move on. Volunteer Ottot. Meade. Bohannon. And what's this? Corporal Nightfall. Making his way back across the bridge. And a little bit of fire is coming in from 1st Brigade Staff Almanac. Unfortunately, they've not managed to kill him, despite fire coming in from the likes of Private Hamilton. And Major General Lance managing to kill somebody with his pistol. Oh, look at this. Mass goings on. 59th in there, dealing with members of the Confederate State Army. Very aggressive push here. Who's that? It's North and South Hinkle. In with the sword. He's going in with the sword. He's going to try and kill some people. And managing to dodge all the bullets. So far he's done a great job of dodging all the bullets. He'll probably end up getting killed at some point. And so there's My Name is Earl. And they're waiting for an opportunity to charge the Confederate State Forces. Now, when I say forces, there's about 3 of them. So it's not really what you would call a force. So, now means that they've cycled people over. Let's see. Got a scout moving out. So, obviously, Diamondback Wolf is moving out to try and get a sniff around what's going on. Aha, look at this. Confederate State Cavalry moving up from the left. There's Live Shave in from Minnesota. And let's see what happens. Can they get in there and do any kind of damage? You've now got the Union troops taking pot shots at them as they go past. Oh, looks like one of them has lost his horse. That's Live Shave. Live Shave has lost his horse. And let's see. There is Sergeant Newman. Let's see, is Live Shave still down there? Yes, he is. So Live Shave being sneaky. Hiding under the stone bridge. Waiting for an opportunity. Now what's coming over the bridge? One of the Union troopers making his way over, along with Colour Sergeant Hadley from the 1st Brigade. There's a man, there's Donahue playing with explosive boxes, which is always a dangerous thing. Now, whether or not they could use an explosive box to take out one of those bridges is interesting to see. But, oh no, Yannick has just been taken down by Dark Corps. From the United States Cavalry. Let's see if we can find out where they are and what's going on. There we go. So I think Yannick may have been caught out in the field and got surprised and taken down. So poor Yannick is no more. Now let's see. The 32nd Massachusetts moving down the side of the river as Darkcore gets shot in the head by Dima. Revenge for their general. Now, what's going on down here? Is Shave still down here? No, Live Shave has gone. Now, that looks to me like a Live Shave. Possibly? It is indeed. And there's Robin. And there, of course, our musical capitalist. However, coming towards them is a whole world of pain. Brigadier General Bacon. The tactical pork product is on his way, and you can now see Comrade Lenin, oh no, taken down by Hadley. So the musicians get no love even in this game. Magic Tea Towel also taken down. So we're looking at Colonel Sergeant, or Colour Sergeant Hadley. So let's see what happens. North Carolina still holding this bridge, doing a fantastic job, along with the 5th. So those guys now moving up more aggressively over the bridge, with Lieutenant Colonel Happy leading them forward. Correction, the ex-Lieutenant Colonel Happy no longer leading them forward, currently lying down on the bridge, as you can see, and distinctly unhappy. So let's see. 32nd Massachusetts, who seem to be surprised by this massive cornfield. There's, oh, the cracking snaps of those bullets coming past people's heads. Lieutenant Colonel Master Shots, under a little bit of pressure, he's in the cornfield, as Smith 87 manages to drown. How? Don't even know how that happened. So it's all going on inside the cornfield. There's Master Shot. Live Shave being taken down. There's Kentish Viking. All in here, and now about to come under a lot of pressure from the likes of this man, who took a few slices and decided to back off, as fire coming in from his supporting team. Look at that, more fire going in. And out goes Zane out the other side from North Carolina. Let's see what's going on. There's Colour Sergeant Hadley and the fine fellows of the New York State Militia. Will Fraser commanding, moving up. With Captain Will de Bavoy. The curse of the commentator strikes again. The observer cam curse has proven the point again. Dear oh dear. Oh. What's going on here? 1st Brigade, Newman in there as well. Oh. Oh! Capo stabbing Newman in the face almost immediately. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So it looks like the 32nd Massachusetts are charging. Let's follow them in. Here they go. The 32nd Massachusetts moving in. Private Hamilton in there, with Kentish Viking behind him. 16 and 43. So, let's try and find them, shall we? So there's one. Maybe? No. Let's see. Aha, Dima from North Carolina. Along with Nightfall. He seems to have got his hat from the same place that Yannick got his. And there's Kenton Harper. So they're now moving in towards this area here. But 19th ME are waiting for them. Let's wait and see and find out what happens. Fire. Oh, Kenton Harper taken down. Private Hamilton with a lovely shot. And then into Robert E. Lee as well. Volunteer dead, also then taken down by the New York State Militia. And Nightfall looks to be fighting on the battlefield with Nyalmo. And he's under... Oh, he gets taken down by Nyalmo. So, there's Guru Dennis. And you can see what's left here. Oh, that's just brutal. Along with the inevitable team kill. Yeah, you got to feel sorry for this poor sod. Poor old Dima. And so one Confederate state trooper remains. Let's see if we can find the little fella. Okay. Here he is, incognito. Back at base. And he's been slayed for obvious reasons. And so, we'll be bringing you a map change, boys and girls. And so we return. After a map change. Looking at the map. So you can see here. Over that far side, that's going to be one of the spawns. Probably the Union spawn. Over the far side nearby that hill, the Confederate spawn. So this tends to be quite a common area for a battle to occur. Now, on one of these battles, I've actually seen this bridge be blown up, which I think is actually quite a good tactic. It's a shame you don't see it used. Oh my goodness. It's a pair of Wookiees. North and South Hinkle and Nitek. Oh dear. Confederate State Wookiees. The battle bushes. This is the secret weapon of the Confederate State Army. So as you can see. I love it. I think it's great. Oh, here come the enemy. There's no bushes to hide behind now. Good idea. So, let's see. As we now move past the hamlet, as the Confederate State forces and the dual Wookiees make a push back, you can see this hamlet here, which can be entered for defensive purposes. Looks like Dark Horse taking the horse down there. Okay. Tyrone. Waiting with his friends. including Reznov, from the Louisiana Volunteers, waiting across this river. Now, we look at the depth of the river. You can see it's not really an easy point to cross. It's a little bit of a section there, but they'd still probably lose their cartridges. Would not make sense. Nitek and Hinkle, the dynamic duo of developers. You see them ready to move out any second. Yeah, because that's covert. Start screaming that. So you can see them in with their rifles. Having fun. Now, I wonder if they're going to go for a commander kill. That could be kind of amusing. Diamondback Wolf. Who is that? Oh, is that Bacon? It is Bacon. I wonder if they're going to go for an assassination attempt on Bacon. That would be very interesting to see. Oh, it came so close. Oh, Bacon nearly caught a bullet there, I think. But here come the 32nd Massachusetts moving out. And we're still looking in the direction of those couple of bushes. The development bushes. Now, obviously, they're having to deal with United States cavalry. Oh dear. He doesn't look very well. Now, over here, there's Hadley. Is that a guy down in the river? I think it is. Is he really trying to cross the river? No, it's a horse. So it's the latest addition to the Union forces, the submarine horse. And here now is the 5th United States Cavalry with Brigadier General Voodoo up onto his horse. And of course, Colour Sergeant Hollow, this time the man who's so talented that he can play a horn with a pipe in his mouth, which I have to say is quite impressive. And there we go, the New York State Militia. Private William Irvin has taken down Nitek. So Nitek is no more. And now that you can see William de Bavoy, this is going to be the problem. Hinkle, he's waiting for his moment. Is he going to try and take down Will? There we go. And he's down. Hinkle kills him. William de Bavoy scouting out. Shot by Hinkle. I'm surprised as you are that Hinkle actually killed somebody. Wow. Who knew this man can shoot? So there we go. Looks like one of the commanding officers of the 14th New York State Militia has been taken down. And let's see what they're going to decide to do. As there's Owen Coleman, Thomas Fraser, Private Morgan, and supporting them obviously is the 19th ME. And there's Ferdinand Young. So let's see if we can find out what's going on. Oh, what's this? In come the cavalry. Oh, heavens above. This is nasty. Oh, Magic Tea Towel gets murdered by his own man. Oh dear. So you can see now Comrade Lenin taken down. Oh, what's going on here? Colour Sergeant Hadley having a few problems. Oh dear. Oh, and Hadley having even more problems. Taken down by Caddy. So you can now see Brigadier General Voodoo. Oh, Voodoo being attacked from the rear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. There's Mr. Stefan in there, going after one of the remaining members of the Confederate State Cavalry. We follow him through the woods. Oh, Yannick gets taken down by Colour Sergeant Hollow. There's Karl Marx cheesing it. Here is the 5th VA. And so Hinkle doing a great job of annoying the... Oh dear. Of annoying the 14th New York State Militia. So, speak of the devil, look at this. On Battle Bush. Look at him. Look at this. This is a devious Battle Bush here. So, William Fraser is now calling out Hinkle. Now, if Hinkle kills him, that would be even funnier. Yeah. So Hinkle now having to back off. This is going to get messy. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Hinkle in with a knife. This is the Hinkle attack, and there we go. And a teabag as well. A mass teabag. Oh, poor Hinkle. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That was brilliant. The late lamented Hinkle. Followed, yeah, death. Oh, dear. So, there we go. They basically charged in there to kill Hinkle and then charged back again. So, lovely stuff indeed. Fantastic. So, here we go. The Battle Bush and where he fell. So, let's see what we've got here. The 19th ME moving up to support New York State Militia. There's Private Monkey Bam. Brigadier Sergeant Newman. Major General Lance from the 32nd. And we look up on the hill. Near the cavalry. Oh, Gravy Beans taken down. And now, this is the 5th. Ah, here we go. The charge of the cavalry. Into battle. Here we go. Going after the Confederate State Army. A few slices coming in from Hitman. And Brigadier General Bacon being taken down. The Bacon is dead yet again. Bohannon also suffering. As a result of that, there's Ottot trying to deal with his opposing number there. Who is that? That's Recruit Elite. Goes in with a sword saber slice. Fantastic stuff. So now he's... Oh, nice block there. And slices through the middle of Gisley. So Recruit Elite doing a good job. And you can see Hitman circling around the remaining members of the Confederate State Army. Oh, trying to get a saber slice in there. But he's also getting close to that defensive team over there. So he's got to watch himself. So he's going in for a quick charge. Oh, knocks one of them to the floor. And then gets shot out. His horse is shot out from underneath him. And takes down Monkey Bam. So Monkey Bam is down. English Hitman's in there doing his thing. So okay. Major Reznov from Louisiana Volunteers. Oh, this is what you call a target-rich environment. Oh dear. Sadly, it was not rich enough to give him a kill. As now, the Confederate State Forces, all 7 of them, are now running. Unfortunately, some of them have been caught up. Oh, Blitzer taken down. Luke then taken as well. And it looks like remaining members of the cavalry are trying to run down the likes of Theodore and this fella Winters. Watch out, Winters. Get his big knife out. So he's trying to go across. Underwater combat from Museal from the United States Cavalry. And here is a submarine in progress. Major Theodore, suicidal. Oh dear. So there you have it, boys and girls. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again next week for more North and South. Thank you for watching.